Hello, YouTube. Today I want to share some few thoughts with you about following God's instruction on doing what God tells you to do. In our walk with God, it's a father and son relationship. And in that relationship, we get to talk to Him, and He also gets to talk to us. And He, being our Father, He instructs us, He corrects us, and guides us in the way that we should go, just as our earthly parents are also expected to guide us, instruct us in the way that we are supposed to go. And some of the things that we'll find ourselves in our walk with God is the challenge of acting promptly on His instructions. So when God tells you, or when God instructs you to do something, our normal mind will take us to our weaknesses. And it's not that God doesn't know that we have some physical challenges that we need to deal with, or some physical qualities that we need to work on. But when God gives us the instruction, He sees beyond what our physical limitations are, because within He doesn't see our physical limitations. When He gives us the word that He gives us comes with grace. That word enables us to do what He has called us to do, or what He has instructed us to do. So there's power in the word that He gives us. There's grace in the word that He gives us. There's provision in the word that He gives us. For instance, when you look at Moses, when God called him, sent him to deliver the Israelites, Moses said he's a samurai, he can't talk. But God was looking at things beyond that. And so God made arrangements for Aaron to come in. The same thing we look at Gideon. When God sent Gideon to deliver his people, Gideon said, I'm from the least tribe and I'm the least person in my family. There's no way that is possible. But that is not so. You see, that is something that we need to work on as Christians. You need to learn to act promptly on the word that God gives us. Because as I've said, there's provision. The provision comes from the word that has been given to us. The ability is already in the word that has been given to you. So if God has told you to start a business, go start. The provision, the grace, whatever you need to get it running has been given, and that word is what you need. That word will bring you what you need. So no need to be hesitant. For instance, in me starting this YouTube channel, God has told me several times, but I'm being hesitant, and He keeps telling me, and I just gathered the courage to do the first video. And after the first video, I felt this joy in my spirit. And then I did the second one, and I'm doing this, and I'm going to do more, because the ability was in the word. So don't wait. Go start that business. Go start that channel. Whatever He tells you to do, go act on it. The ability is in the word that has come to you. And another thing that we also look at is, don't wait to see if things are perfect. If God says go and do it now, don't look to the left, don't look to the right, don't look to the physical circumstances and see if they are favorable. The Bible tells us that Isaac sowed in a land and received multiple harvests, in a dry land and received multiple harvests, 100-fold harvest. That same Bible also tells us that when you observe the wind, you know so. God's ways are not our ways. So don't wait for the physical circumstances to align perfectly with the word He has given you before you act on it. The word He has given you is enough, and that is what you need to work on it. Personally, I'm talking about this channel. When I started this channel, physically things were not in great shape. I was going through some trials, some tough times. But I said, no, I won't let that stop me. I'm going to do what God has told me to do. And I did exactly that. My pastor said something to me that anybody can preach faith when things are going on well. I mean, you can tell it, you can say God is good, He's faithful, God is a good Father, He provides for me when things are going on well. But when the challenges of life come, and then you can't say the same thing, that's when your faith is questionable. Because when the challenges of life come, that is when you should be bold enough to say God is good, He is faithful, and He's a loving Father. But when you find yourself asking Him, Lord, why? That tells you that you need to work on your faith. So, whatever God has told you to do, go ahead. Don't be hesitant. Don't look at the seasons. If you believe deep in your heart that it came from Him, go and work on it. And He will see you through successfully. Like, share your opinions, and subscribe. Thank you.